Guys, it's me, Lil Ninja, back with another video, and today we're doing what if Deku was the keeper of the One Piece. No, I'm not putting Izuku in the One Piece universe. I feel like, well, technically, yeah, kind of, maybe, kind of am putting him in the One Piece universe, but, like, not what you would think I would do if I put Izuku in the One Piece universe. Another thing is, it's gonna be a lot. Yes, I'm not giving Izuku one for all, because with this what if I'm gonna make him very OP. Not very OP at the start, but still very OP. Other than that, I say that we can get into this amazingly crafted what if without any problems. Without further ado, roll the intro.
This shit high, boy.
Shawty catch a vibe, yeah, I had to put her on. Bought a two-seater, yeah, we heading for the sun. Shawty got one high, I ain't tripping for the funds. Yeah, I won't start, I ain't tripping, I'm a stun. Oh, living lively. Everybody tryna ride my wave, they can ride me. Pull up in a foreign to the curb, looking icy. I ain't never stressed about a fit, I'm on hype it.
We start off with a 10-year-old Izuku Midoriya. Izuku, of course, yes, is sadly corkless, like in most of the what ifs that I use Izuku for. With that being said, Izuku isn't as sad as you think he would be without a quirk. He takes this knowledge lightly, saying that he'll still become a hero even without a quirk. He'll become the strongest even without any fancy little quirk. But boy, what does he know? Something amazing is about to happen to Izuku Midoriya. Izuku, being his hyperactive new self, would basically run around a lot, being imaginative with himself and basically playing by himself no matter what happens. He also protects people from Bakugo and his other bullies. With that, Izuku would one day walk out into the forest, deciding that he wants to play in the forest for a change, maybe swing on the trees like a monkey. That came out wrong. Doesn't matter. Izuku would go into the forest and would basically start running around as fast as he could, but eventually he would get lost, not remembering what direction he came from. A little bit later, Izuku would find a cave, and in the cave would be a small chest. This chest would basically have a lock on it, but he didn't really care about the chest that much. He just wanted to know what was inside of it. So Izuku would look all around for a key and not really finding one until he would see a key that would be stuck in a tree branch from high above the earth. Izuku would start climbing the tree and would basically make it up there towards the key and would be alright until he would almost slip and fall. Making sure to go down carefully, Izuku would then, go down carefully and would open the chest, seeing a weird fruit and some notes and 3 swords. He would be thinking, what in the world is this junk? Of fruits, swords, and notes? What does it want me to do? Become a pirate? Izuku would start looking at the notes and he would read the sloppy handwriting. Hello, to pirates of the future. This is what is left of the One Piece. Yeah, I can't do Luffy's voice, so just deal with it. The note saying this is what is left of the One Piece, and basically everything here is what is needed to become the most powerful pirate in the world. With this, Izuku would look at the notes, look at more of the notes, seeing some stuff called hockey, whatever that is, seeing sword styles, seeing various moves, attacks that involve elastic bodies, Izuku would be so confused and doesn't even know what to do with all this stuff. But Izuku's stomach would soon growl. Izuku would look at himself and would think, why am I this hungry? Alright, I skipped lunch. Izuku would grab the fruit and would eat it. But of course, after he swallowed, he would realize how disgusting the fruit was, and he would throw the fruit away, as the fruits would then disintegrate after he took a bite into it. With this, Izuku would look around and would try to figure out where the fruit would have gone. He didn't really believe that it was disintegrated. He thinks maybe it could have been disintegrated, but he doesn't really think fully that it would have been disintegrated. With this, Izuku would basically take the swords, take the notes, and would start walking back home, eventually finding his way out, but it's already being nighttime. With this, Izuku arrives home and his mother smothers him as he has been gone for over 5 hours at this point. Izuku would show her all the things that he's gotten and would state that there was a weird fruit that tasted bad. And she would ask him, does he feel bad because it could have been poisonous? Izuku, realizing that he didn't even check if the fruit was poisonous, would think, oh my goodness, I'm gonna die. Until he realized it's been 5 hours and he hasn't really been killed. Hasn't really died yet. So he thinks, I'm probably fine. Inko would start to grab his arm and would start to move towards the kitchen to basically get him some food. But of course, Izuku's arm would be stretching. Izuku, looking at his arm, would think, I have a quirk? And something inside him would tell him, no, this is something different. A different type of power. Something that I can use to become stronger than people with quirks. And that's basically all that he thinks when he sees that his arm is basically stretching a lot. It's a lot of stretching. With this, Izuku would explain the fruit that he ate must have gave him powers or something. Inko, not really believing that some fruit gave him powers, she would just say that he probably just is a late bloomer and got some sort of elasticity quirk. Izuku would not for a second believe that he has a quirk, knowing that he is a rubber man. With this, Inko would take him to the doctor to prove that he has a quirk by taking a quirk application test. But of course, the test would come back negative. Izuku, showing his quirk, showing his power, would say that he is a rubber man, basically. And the quirk doctor wouldn't really understand how he has a quirk but no quirk at the same time. This would all just be very confusing for the quirk doctor. With this, my nose is soft up. I don't know why it is. It just got that way from just now. But Izuku would train a lot, and we will time skip to the entrance exams. No, Izuku did not go under the passageway. I did the same thing with the video I did yesterday. So, yeah. With that, Izuku did not go under the passageway. He went... He went somewhere else and got home safely. and did not encounter the sludge villain at all, allowing All Might to catch it and not drop it. With this, Izuku is basically gonna train with his newfound powers. Well, with the new ability, well, not really new, with the abilities that he has, and finally decides to start training with the 3 swords that he got from the place as well. With this, Izuku, I don't really know. Well, yeah, he trains with the swords. He also figures out how to use a little tiny smidge bit of hockey, armament hockey, as he's only really trained with the fruit that he ate. So that's basically all that he knows. Of course, this is because he's very imaginative and made many moves for himself, along with the moves that he got from the notes that he got from the chest. With this, we can actually time skip to the entrance exams, because I said we time skip to the entrance exams, but really we time skip to the training arc. So with that, without further ado, we time skip to the entrance exams, and Izuku is ready to basically beat many robots. Of course, in this one, because Izuku is more imaginative more imaginative than he is smart. He basically does not have hero notes, and he is a little bit a little smarter than Luffy. At the least he's a little smarter than Luffy, but anything above that, he's basically not as smart as anyone else in the entrance exams. I mean, he can still pass, it's just like he's a little bit stupid. That's all I'm gonna say. With this, Izuku gets a mediocre score on the writing portion of the exams, but he's ready for the practical portion of the exams and ready to take people down. With this, Izuku would rush into the exam and basically would start using different gum moves, such as Gum Pistol, Gum Rocket. He would even use Gum UFO to start kicking robots and basically tearing them apart with each kick, but basically racking up points much faster than he did in my other video that I did yesterday. Oh, speaking of yesterday and the day before that, if you didn't watch those videos, I suggest you go watch them because they're good too. And I would really like to help my channel grow. So if you liked my videos, I suggest subscribe. I mean, it's free, you don't have to, but I would very much like you guys to subscribe so that you can keep up with my videos that I post weekly. 4 videos a week, no more, no less. Okay, maybe less on days that I really don't want to post videos, maybe. But other than that, no more, no less. So, subscribe. I said subscribe. Bro, you're still not subscribed. Just subscribe. Okay, then you don't want to subscribe? Okay. Let's get back into this video. We see Izuku taking down many robots with every move that he can, and basically just destroying everything with kicks, punches, wraps, stretches, swords, hockey, just destroying everything around him. With this, Izuku would basically get a very high score with robot points, and would basically be ready to sit down until he would see a giant robot coming right for him. And he would start running, but then he would think, wait, why is he running? Then he would start thinking, I know exactly what I'm gonna do. He would also see Uraraka basically under the rubble. He would use his elastic arm to reach over to her, and he would say, Gumu Gumu no. Elastic fishing rod, basically reaching out to Uraraka, grabbing her and pulling her back to him. With this, Izuku would start inhaling a lot of air and taking it all in and forcing it into his right arm. Then he would jump up, flail his left arm back, force the air that was in his right arm into his left arm, and would send his arm flying into the robot, basically making a giant hole in the robot, sending it offline, making him, basically ending a giant robot with one punch. Izuku would then would then fall down, but wouldn't really be hurt as, he's made out of rubber. Uraraka wouldn't really need to slap him as, he's made out of rubber. So Izuku would fall down and would basically be pretty much fine. He would get Uraraka to Recovery Girl, and that would be that, as he would get overall, I say, 20 hero points and 77 robot points. With that, he is ahead of Bakugo and basically has a lot of points. With this, we can time skip to the 1A, Class 1A meeting. Izuku would be walking through the halls looking for Class 1A and would basically get in Class 1A without a problem. Oh, and Ida does, I forgot to say in a few minutes ago that Ida does reprimand Izuku, but it's not for muttering, it's for eating in the exam. But of course, like in the original, Ida apologizes, stating that Izuku is the better man, and he doesn't really deserve to be here like Izuku does, as he saw a portion of the exam that no one else saw, and he said if he would have paid more attention to other students, he would have saved them too. Izuku's like, man, I just wanted to fight. I don't know what you're talking about. Ida would deadpan and would basically just walk away. I feel like that's basically what would happen. I mean, of course, Izuku was lying. He just didn't really like Ida because he told him to stop eating. So he just said something that Izuku just said something that he knew was going to make Ida kind of mad. Well, at least a little bit mad. So Izuku would then sit down by himself and would wait for Aizawa to appear, as Aizawa would actually be on the floor sleeping and stating that they were all too loud, and it took them 5 minutes to sit and be quiet. With this, Aizawa would explain that they aren't going to the orientation, and he has the free will to do whatever he wants inside of the school, curriculum-wise. So he decides that they're going to take a test. And, that's basically what happens. They take a test. Izuku, So we gotta do all the tests. With this, we see the ball throw. Izuku is basically ready for this. Of course, Bakugo thinks that Izuku's quirkless. Like, we all know this. Bakugo thinks Izuku is quirkless. So he thinks Izuku cheated for the entrance exam. So Izuku wraps his arm around the ball, freaking out everyone, as they've never seen a quirk like that. Well, a quote-unquote quirk like that. And they've basically never seen anything like that in their life. Bakugo is kind of freaking out because he thought Izuku was quirkless, and Bakugo is getting massively angry at the test, and he is very, very mad. Yeah, Bakugo thinks. Izuku just yeets the ball and gets a higher score than Bakugo did. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Izuku is coming in first in like a lot of the things, but not most of. In a lot of the things, but definitely not most of them, as his abilities aren't really fully adapted for this test, just like some other abilities. Izuku, I think we can leave it off right here. Sorry, excuse me, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I was saying we can leave it off right here. Without further ado, see you guys later. Love you guys. Watch my videos. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Maybe if you want to subscribe. Maybe like the video too. And help me grow, because if you help me grow, I can make more videos, and I like making you some stories. So without further ado, Little Ninja out.
Ayo, Parrish, this shit high, boy.
Shawty catch a vibe, yeah, I had to put her on. Bought a two-seater, yeah, we heading for the sun. Shawty got my high, I ain't tripping for the funds. Yeah, I won't start, I ain't tripping, I'm a stun. Oh, living lively. Everybody tryna ride my wave, they can ride me. Pull up in a foreign to the curb looking icy. I ain't never stressed about a fit, I'm on hype it.